Hey, what is up guys? I'm KBHD here. Quick plug. So the merch store is actually back open right now, and this is the run you gotta get in on if you wanna get your stuff shipped in time for the holidays, for getting stuff for friends, family, that kind of thing. And there's actually some new items. There's some long sleeves since it's getting cold. There's some stickers, and we got a little bit of a Black Friday surprising coming for you too, so definitely stay tuned for that. It's gonna be dope. So today, we got a few headphones in front of me, and they're all wireless headphones. So you've probably heard me at some point in the past year of videos say, smartphones losing the headphone jack, but it doesn't really bother me anymore because I've been living that wireless life. I'm reviewing and using and living with these phones year after year for like the past 2 years. All these new phones keep coming out with no headphone jack. So you just kind of have to get on that train. So to help it be less painful for you, I got a couple of my favorite wireless headphones in front of me. These are all good, certified, tested, I like them. So first off, you may have seen that tweet a couple days or weeks ago praising these Microsoft Surface headphones that I started using over the Bose that I've been using for years. A little skepticism on that, but these are the real deal. Now the Bose are still great, don't get me wrong, at $349 ever since I reviewed them. A long time before I've even had them, they've been the industry standard for noise cancellation. Solid audio quality, but it's the awesome noise cancellation, and pretty much anyone who can fly with these will do that, including me, until last week. So these Surface headphones came out, they are the same price, still very premium, but I definitely like them now more than the Bose for that money for a couple reasons. First off is the build. Now, they're still mostly lightweight plastics, but these have this soft touch feel all the way around. The headband and the ear cups are super soft, and they just look more modern and clean all the way around, like the rest of the Surface products. This little yoke angle is a small detail, but it makes a big difference, the way they sit on your head, and they completely envelop the ear. They're totally over it instead of on it, and it's just more comfortable, and that makes a big difference for people sitting on a 6-hour flight. That goes a long way. The inputs and outputs are also a bit more modern, so USB Type-C now for charging instead of micro USB. And there's a microphone mute button, and every time you turn it on, a voice now says how many hours of battery left instead of your percentage. And they seem to get the full 30 to 40 hours you'd expect, which is nice. That's Cortana at work. And then the dials. Okay, so instead of a plus or minus volume button on the side that you're feeling for, the whole side of the headphone is this dial, and actually both sides. On the right side, it's just volume up or volume down. And on the left side, it's adjusting your level of noise cancellation. So turning it all the way forward is turning on full noise cancellation, and all the way back is all the way off. Plus there's an extra level that actually starts to amplify ambient sound. It's like the opposite of noise cancellation. And it's really interesting actually how well these work. So when you have them in amplify mode, you put them on, it sort of cancels the effect of the passive noise cancellation. So without it, you just wouldn't hear much. But with it on, you'd ideally, like in a work environment, if someone called your name, you'd actually be able to hear it over the music. So that's decent. And then as you turn it towards noise cancellation, it doesn't necessarily have to be a gradient. I would just kind of have it all the way off or all the way on. But as you turn it all the way on, you'll start to see and hear sounds around you disappear. So if someone's talking directly to you, as you're turning the dial, you'll hear their voice get quieter and quieter until as you get it to the max, it's totally nice. And then these are kind of acting like smart headphones too. They have a mic, the audio is paired. If you long hold the side panel, it activates whatever voice assistant you have. Microsoft prefers Cortana. You can get Cortana for Android or iOS if you want, but I never really worried about that. It works perfectly fine with Google Assistant, and it works with Siri. It's kind of like a cherry on top. So these are my new go-to flight headphones and just casual listening headphones. They're not the best audio fidelity in the world. I mean, they're wireless, first of all, and then they're a little weaker in the mids and the highs than the Bose were, but just as far as Bluetooth streaming over Spotify, these are more than fine. They sound pretty good, and they're just that much more comfortable. Okay, so that brings us to these over here. These are the Audio-Technica ATH M50 BT, Bluetooth. So they made a wireless version finally of the famous M50s that I've been a fan of for years, and it's exactly what it sounds like. It's literally a pair of M50s with the wire snipped, nothing too crazy or extra. They charge via micro USB. They have a play pause and media controls on the side, and you can still plug them in if you want to and use them on a desktop. Overall, this is really just a revival of a classic for the 2018 situation we find ourselves in. The comfort is the same. The build and materials are the same. They're just still super flexible and adjustable, and the sound signature is the same, which is what I loved about these. There is no noise cancellation, but the passive noise isolation from the pads is pretty great. So this is an awesome pair of casual listening headphones, as the previous M50s were, but now they're wireless for your phone, especially if you don't need noise cancellation. Plus, these are way cheaper, so I'll leave a link to all the stuff I'm talking about down below. Now, of course, with all of that, there is fitness and working out. I still kind of consider these all a little too nice to wear while working out, plus I don't want to like have them fall off and break. So I still stick with wireless earbuds for working out. So you might expect me to go directly to the Jaybird Run for wireless earbuds, but they're still not quite exactly what I prefer. They are pretty great for their first pair of truly wireless earbuds, as they've done before. They sound amazing, but in your ears they're still a little bit clunky and a little bit heavy, mostly thanks to the batteries. So for working out and moving around and things like that, I still prefer the earbuds that have the wire connecting them in the back. It doesn't bother me, they're still wireless to my phone, and I just feel like they lock in my ear better. They're more comfortable, so I still like these. Jaybird X3 has actually been my go-to for a while. I have multiple pairs. They sound great still. They're super lightweight, they stay in my ears. The battery lasts forever for these tiny little earbuds, like 8 hours straight. There's matte black or matte red or whatever color you're into, and they are less expensive than the fully wireless versions, so can't really ask for much more than that. The Jaybird X4 has come out since then. They are a bit more rugged and a bit more modern, but they're still not USB-C. In fact, I actually find them harder to charge, so I haven't felt the need to upgrade yet. Maybe there will be a USB-C version coming soon. Anyway, that's pretty much where we're at so far for wireless headphones, at least for me. On iPhone, believe it or not, AirPods are still sort of the go-to as far as portability and convenience. We've had them in matte black in our store, wink wink. But these are easily some of the most popular headphones or earbuds now for iPhone that have ever existed. Now there are also rumors of AirPods 2 like starting to pop up. I'm not sure how credible those are. They seem pretty early, and I'm also not sure what would be different about AirPods 2. Maybe wireless charging, but I'll keep an eye on that. And also I gotta mention, I've heard a lot about these Sony 1000XM3, I think is what they're called. They're, again, the same price as the Bose and the Surface headphones. I haven't tried them yet, but a lot of people seem to like them, so I may end up checking those out too. But so far, this is what I found I like. Okay, that's pretty much it. All right, as a prize for making it to the end of the video, I have a little bit of an extra for you. We have a couple extra of the Audio-Technica AT-HM50 BT. You get the little early heads up that these will be in a giveaway. Some will be on Instagram, some will be on Twitter. So make sure you're following in these two places over the next week to get all the info for those when they come out. That's pretty much it. Have a happy holiday. Thanks again for watching. Talk to you guys in the next one. Peace.